Apparel brands are wearing a smile despite the overall economic gloom. Falling store rentals and growing demand beyond the metros are benefiting some of the brands, while others are resorting to lower price points to boost sales. Asha Kiran has the details.
With the economic gloom reaching the pockets of the brand-conscious apparel makers are stitching new ways to keep the business growing. The tried and tested value for money mantra is no longer sellable, and so brands are now introducing lower price points to attract consumers. Indus-League, with brands like Colors, Urbana, Urban Yoga and Indigo Nation with a lower pricing model, has seen sales grow by 15 to 20% over the last 6 months.
The other thing that we've actually done in terms of pricing per se is to actually also rework almost the average selling price on the brand. So if the average selling price on the brand in autumn winter last year for a brand like Urbana was $15.99, the average selling price in spring summer has actually become $14.99. So the entire range, by actually, re-engineering, so we've not reduced the quality of the product, but we've actually worked hard in terms of costs.
The Indian apparel market is expected to grow by over 7% in 2009 to around 1,300 billion rupees, although volumes will grow by just 4 to 6% to 156 million units by the end of this year. Over 38% of the market is occupied by menswear, projected to grow between 6 to 7%, while women's wear with 35% of the market is likely to grow by 8%. With store rentals plunging on lower demand, apparel makers are able to sustain margins and even look at expansion. One of the brands looking at aggressively opening new stores this year is Arrow from Arvind Brands, with a 20 to 25% jump in sales for the last 6 months.
Retail rentals have come down, so therefore this is a good opportunity for a brand which is selling well, and we see that there are markets where there is a potential for Arrow, and therefore if you open a store it would instantly get us business.
Bangalore is down for a same store 15-20%. So all the stores are seeing a trend of 15-20% decline. Mumbai and Delhi are fairly flat. So they aren't growing, but they aren't declining as well. And smaller cities, class B towns, if one were to call Lucknow and Chandigarh as class 2, they are the ones which are showing continuous growth. So they seem to be a fairly, I would say, no impact.
You know what it feels like.
With further expansion planned, many of these brands have decided not to cut their advertising budgets to keep the sentiment buoyant.
But the slowdown has hit the high-end apparel market, with brands like Armani, Tommy Hilfiger and Calvin Klein resorting to huge discounts to boost sales. But industry experts say the next 6 months of 2009 will see brands make up for any lost sales as the economy gets back on track. Kiran, UTVi, Bangalore.